Welcome back to the channel, guys. Today we are going to see a very important part in designing, that is the drafting phase or the drawing phase. So as we have made this design in earlier exercises or earlier previous videos, so today what we are going to do, we are going to design this and draw the output of the drawing of it. Okay, so let's first thing what we have to do, we have to close this. Let's open the design that we have made in the last video. I think it's not like the in this. Yeah, this one is the drawing. So let's open the part and let us see what we can do with this. So we have three planes that we have hidden. First thing first, what we are going to do, we are going to unhide those such that we could see the planes over here. Okay, and now what we are going to do, we are going to file, new, and over here you can see the drawing. Let's hit OK, and it will open a dialog box that will show us the different kinds of standards. And here we are going to select the ISO and the sheet dimension with the A2 ISO we are going with. You can select either of these. Okay, but we are going with A2 for this design particularly, and hit OK. So the drawing sheet will be opened. Let us see. Yeah, so here this is the drawing sheet with A2 dimension, and here the some of the designing or the drafting tools. What we are going to do, we are going to bring this design into the drawing form. So for that we are going to select this tool, that is front view. We have expanded this over here, so let's select the front view and press Ctrl plus tab to come into this view. Now let's select the front view of this. So for front view, this is the front view. We are going with the this plane. So we can see this, that the front view is here now. So we can just click once and drag it to the top. Let's see. I think we have to increase the size of the sheet because it will not uh, come in this way. Let us see what we can do. Now what we can do, we can uh, just make it like this. It will form the top view over here, and here we can see that there is a section of the this plane that we have cutted out from here. So you can see here that it is marked as A and A. So for cutting the section out, what we can do, we can just select the offset section and click over here, and let's go like this. Or what we can do, as we can see that this is not taking the circle in it. So one thing what we can do is, we can just click over here. Let's zoom in. Let's make concentric. Why it's gone over there? Can go like this, making concentric, just going over that side. again break this over here, and let's go like this, or we can go like zoom in. Like this. And when we have reached the other side, we can just double click and let's zoom out. Let's place over here. On this side of the profile, the section view will be empty. Choose the other side. So let's choose other side. It's not getting like that. If we go like this, will it work? No, it's not taking. So we must have done something wrong. Let's see what we can do. Let's offset section cut. Let us try something with this. If we make concentric, it will again go over there. So let us see. Profile does not intersect with the active view. Activate the view from. Okay. So what we have to do, we have to first just deselect this. We have to first activate this view. Then we have to cut out the section. Let's see, will it work now? Now if we select concentric, yeah, getting over like that. Now if we go over like this way and select not like that, concentric, and let's click over here and let's concentric. Let's zoom out. Let us see. Now we can double click over here and place it like this. Yeah, as we can see, the cutout of this one is ready over here. So now what we have to do, all the three sections that we can see over here is ready in this. So now what we have to do, we have to just define the lengths of the sides. So for that, what we can do, we can select this, or we can double click to select this. Let's zoom over here, bring it to the center so that we could measure it, and select this one, select this one like 5 mm. Okay, now for the second one is this one to this one, so select this face and select this face. Oh sorry, not to this one, we have to select the upper side. So for that we have to select this one and select this one face. So it's 47. Okay, now the height of this one, so for that we can select this face and this face. Let's bring over here. It's 15 mm. If we zoom over here, we can do one thing. What Okay, now let's bring it to be equally. Yeah, now for this radius one, and give it a radius of, as it is given, we can along stretch it towards there. And now for the, what we have to do, we have to select this face and this face and give it a diameter of, sorry, we have to give it a diameter. So for diameter, here is the diameter tool. As you can see, it is 90. And for the center one too, we have to give the diameter. So for the center, select this and just give it. Okay, now what we have to do, we have to define these parts. So for that, one thing we have left is this 34 mm. So for that, we can select this one, select this, and select this. Oh sorry, from the base it is selected. So let's give it from the base. It's 34, or we can bring like this. Yeah. And now what we have to do, we have to give this the height from there to there. So let's give it a height. So for that, select this one, select the upper one, and give it a height of 65. That's okay. Now what we have to do, we have to give the height from the this base to the top one. So let's select it and give it a height of 30. This one too. So let's select this one, select this one. It's 15 mm. Yeah. Now the diameter for this one and the distance between these two we have left. So let's give it the distance from this one to this one. It is 22 mm. And now we can exit this. Let's zoom in. Let's bring it slightly. Yeah, that's okay. And one thing over this one side too, just bring it like this. Yeah, now we can define the radius for this, or the diameter for that. So if we see over here, it is given 106. So we have to define this as like this to this. It is 106. Okay, now the diameter part. So for this one, it's 30. Yeah, and for this one, it's 32. So we have to, what we have to do, we have to drag it toward the top. Yeah, so, and this one over here like this. So the whole part is defined in this section of the drawing. Now we have to define in this section. So for that, what we can do, just zoom in and let's start defining from this part. So let's get this, select the face, and I think we don't need the diameter one. So what we have to do, we have to select this face and select this face and give it a dimension of, it is 20. Okay, now we have to define the diameter of internal. So let's give it like this. Again we have to define the diameter, so give it like this. Again we have to define the diameter, so give it like this. One more for this one part, let's give it like this. Okay, now for the height we have to select, zoom in and select this face. It's like this, and from here to here. So for that, select this, and it's getting 30. That means we have designed it wrong. So if we change, want to change the design, we have to change the first design first. So let's get going like that only, and I think the whole part is defined in this section. Yeah, and now we have to define over here. So let's select this line to this line. It's 29. Yeah, now for this part, let's go select this to this one. It's 96. It's correct. This to this is 40. That's correct. And this to this is 75. That's also correct. Now from this face to this face, it's 15. I think so, yeah. And from this to this, it's 5. And for the diameter part that is left now, we can select this one, give it a diameter 20, give it a diameter 30, give it a diameter 18, give it a diameter 30. That's okay now, and it is defined. And what we have left is, I think we have to increase the size of the drawing sheet. For that, what we can do, we can go over the sheet and go for the properties, and we can increase the size from here to be A1. Apply and hit OK, and it's now increased the size for that. So now what we can do, we can just drag like this. Okay, and now we can drag like this, and now we can drag it like this. Okay, for this what we have to do, zoom in, drag it over here, and let's give it a, not that, box. Okay, for this again, drag it over here, bring it equally, again the box, and for the sex, let's give it also a box. That's okay. Now what we have to do, we have to define this one. So one thing what we can do is, let's go over here, Let's define the section. Okay, so first thing first, we have to give it a diameter for the inner circle, and we have to bring it outside, so let's bring it outside like this, like this. We can drag it outside like this. Exit the sketch. Let's see. Yeah, that's cool. So it is defined now. 90 for the, let's get going, and this time we have to, yeah, like this, to be R10. And for this outside one, we have to define the radius like that. For this one too, we have to define the radius. Let's get going. Okay, now for, let's bring it like this. What we can do, one thing is, we can select the axis one. Where is the axis one? Instant to the component. Not that. What was the, I think there was a command to give it axis. For instance, let us see. Yeah, this one. Yeah, again we have to give for this one. Didn't it take? Okay, that doesn't matter. Yeah, so now what we can do, we have to give one for this one too. So let's give, we can make it a small or large, bigger one. Let's get like this. One thing, what can we do, we can hide this one and this one too. Now what we have to do, we have to define this. So let's click, select this to this, not that. Actually what we have to define is from this line to the outer line of this one. Yeah, it's 67, and there are two radius that we haven't defined yet, so let's define that radius, this one, to be R36, and this one we R5. Yeah, and let's give dimensions from this to this to be 29, and from this to this is 45. Yeah, and one more thing, that is from this point to this point to be 106. So one thing what we have to do, sorry, let it like be this. So, and from this to this is 10 mm, from this to this is 90 mm. Let's exit that. Now what we have to do, we have to just simply drag this one out. Let's bring it inside, exit the sketch. So basically the idea behind this is to, okay, and we have to define one more thing, that is this, from this height is 6, yeah, and one more, that is from this to this height is 12. Okay, one more radius is left, I think so, this one, that is R18, and the one more thing to do is this one, and give every circle a crosshair. Yeah, now what we have to do, we have to do what we have to do, I think everything is okay. Oh yeah, that one, the 46 one. So for that, select this one to this one to be 46. Okay, everything is well and good defined. No, that one was left, sorry. Select this one to this, that is 63. Okay, all well and good. Now what we have to do, oh yeah, we have to drag it slightly downwards. Now everything is well and good. So the third design that we have to do is the isometric one. So let's zoom out, zoom in again. Yeah, so for the isometric view, what we have to do is we have to go over here in the isometric view. Again we have to control tab and make it isometric. Let's drag it like this, yeah, slightly like this. Now let's click this face. So the isometric view is ready. Now we can place over here, we can define this and give it a box like so, and let's zoom out. So everything is ready. Now what we have to do, we have to just simply just make it like this and go for edit, give it a seat background, yeah, and one more thing what we can insert in here is, let's go in drawing, frame and title block, and let's give it a, yeah, over here you can select the sample one, let's apply and let's hit OK. So some of the drawing are going outside of that. So for that what we can do, we can again go for the edit, working view, and select this plane and drag it slightly. Let's activate this one and let's drag it inside the drawing sheet. So now we can give it sheet background, so it is looking great now. I think so. Now what we can do, we can go over, zoom over here, we can give it a name like my name Suprabhat, and it's the date given already, the size, paper size, the scaling size, length, and everything is over here. So now what we can do, we can save it. So for saving, there are two methods. First thing, go for save management and save the Catia part, and again for the drawing part, let's hit save as, and let's save it as drawing 1 and select the both one and hit OK. It will save the both the drawing. And now what we can do, we can go file, save as, we can save it as like PDF also. So let's save it as PDF, and we can name it as, or we can just keep it like drawing1.pdf, save it. So today we have seen the drawing or the drafting part of it. So that's all for today guys. Thank you, bye bye.